This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. So, this week we are going to get at least 4 to 5 offers. Okay. As soon as I get the offers, I'll show you. And all these guys from non-IT background guys and civil background and chemical background and B Pharmacy background and MBA background. Okay. 4 to 5 people, expecting the offers, and as soon as I got the offers, I'll share it, right? So this month already, I think three people have joined from previous batch and before batch with the 10 lakhs of salary packages, and we are expecting 4 to 5 offer letters in this week. I'll show you. Each student is getting three offers. Clear? So only if you learn properly, cracking the interview is very easy. Clear? So you should not be worried about the job. You should be worry about the skill. Clear? So if you don't get a job, anyhow, I'm there. I can help you to place in the companies. So you should not be worried about a job. You should be worried about the skill. And after getting a job, how to sustain in the company. That's important. Right. Now, we discussed combining queries yesterday. So the difference between union and union all also will discussed. And let us discuss today one more important and a small, appending queries, right? Appending queries. It is equivalent to union all. What is the meaning of union all? It is going to be keeping duplicates by default. If you remove duplicates, that is a union operator. So union all is coming from SQL. Clear? SQL concept, union and union all. So Power BI concept is appending queries. In SQL way, we'll say union all. So yesterday we had seen place, homogeneous files in the folder. Heterogeneous files will not work. Use a folder with multiple files. So today we'll, see the second scenario. Use folder with Excel with many sheets. Let me quickly jump to my C drive. I wanted to create one C drive, one folder in C drive or D drive, wherever, D drive, C drive, some drive, and I placed some data in it. Okay, so let me open this data. Students 2020. So appending queries. I think these files I would have given. Let me show you 2021 April data. So it is starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. The numbers you remember. Okay, and students May data. It is going to be starting with 10, 20, 30 like that. Okay, then 21, 22 like that. The data is going to be taken like this. Okay, I have, let me take July month data. Let me remove it. I don't want to have July month data. We can have it later. Okay. I have April month and May and June. You can see the numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Remember this 10, 20, 60. Then remember it is, so it is 11. Let us start with uh, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 like this. Now this sheet, let us start with 21, 22, 23 like that. Let me start like this. Okay. So I have the numbers. Remember these numbers, and April, May, June data. I have it. I have to combine this data, and tomorrow you may get one more sheet. You may get one more sheet. You may get three more sheets. How to automate this? Quickly go back to Power BI desktop. Quickly go back to Power BI desktop and open it. Let me close this, guys, and I wanted to. Let me go to new sources, and I don't want to take Excel workbook. If I take Excel workbook, so I should be able to select all these independently, right? When I include this workbook here, if I include this workbook here, what will happen? So I will be able to see only the files that are there today, right? So tomorrow, if I get a new one, because I have 3 sheets, I need to select 3 sheets now. If I tomorrow, if I add 2 more sheets there, again, I need to do all these steps. I don't want to do the steps. Whatever be the sheets you have in that, all the data has to come. I don't want to choose Excel. This is not the right way. So go to transform data and go here. You should be able to go to new source, go for more, and click on what folder. Click on folder. So it will take some time to. So you will have a folder here. So choose this. So this is the one that you have to choose. And this time I'm going to be using folder again. And I wanted to browse through it. Okay. I will check this and click on OK. Now it is giving me, it is able to find out one XLS X. Clear? And it is giving me a lot of other data. I don't want to combine and transform data. Let me combine. So I simply click on transform data where you need to click. So it's very, very important, guys. Don't use this. Okay. We are going to be doing transforming data with our own hands. Clear? So that is what I'm going to be using, transforming data. Now you got content. So content means all the sheets data and name, extension, data access to mode, data modified, lot of other things are got. Data created, attributes, folder from where you get the path, complete things are there. Now I keep this two. Okay, I keep this two and I don't need remaining. So remove other columns. So I don't need, I wanted to have this. Okay, now so it is telling me only one content of one binary. That means it is planning to give me one sheet data. But I have 3 to 4 sheets, right? So I need to read the data from complete sheets, right? Complete sheets. For that purpose, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to add a column. So where I'm going, I'm going to add a column and I wanted to go to custom column. I would like to go here, step number 1. Step number 2, I am planning to go click on the custom column. I wanted to add a new column. Why? Because I wanted to read, I wanted to read all the content from all sheets. So I'll say Excel workbook. Read all the content, all the sheets. Double click on this and close this. So this is the formula that I have to use it. So you give any name here. So Excel.workbook. So these are case sensitive. What is this language? This language is called as M language code. I'm writing what language it is. M language. So E is the capital, W is capital. So you need to give in the same order because M language is a case sensitive language. You cannot, keep uppercase, lowercase, however you would like to have it. It is not going to work. So it is M language. So click on OK. So this is the button I'm going to be using. That's it. It is going to be giving you some more things there. Clear? So I wanted to read the data from multiple sheets. For that purpose, I have included one more custom. You can give any name. So how did I add this? It's very, very simple to add it. So you go to add column, custom column, click on this. Now you give any name. You can give ABC also fine. Now, what is it? Excel. When you type Excel, automatically it is giving you Excel workbook. Open the bracket. It is a function. Function will have these 2 brackets. Okay. So what is the function and all you can understand in your SQL. So now you open the bracket, you say content and you close the bracket and click on OK. What is this? It is M language formula I have created already. I don't want to have this. Clear? So this is what I have created. Now, so if you wanted to get all the tables, first I go here. I wanted to get, I don't need the content from one sheet. This one also you can delete if you want to delete. Okay. I click on this. Okay, it is telling me name, data, item, can, whatever, lot of things it is bringing me. You click on OK. Okay, so why three tables it is showing? Because we have three sheets. Clear? So ABC name, customer data, blah blah blah. I don't need all these things. Remove, and I don't need this as well. You can remove. So, but you can, and you can keep if you want to keep. This April data, May data, this data. So this remaining things I don't need. Select everything and delete, or removing other columns or removing columns. I don't need. So if you wanted to remove this, you can also remove this. You don't need, but I would like to understand from where you got this data. So I get three sheets. If you have 10 sheets, you will get 10 sheets here. Now, if you wanted to get the data from each and every sheet, you need to click on this. Okay. So now you go click on this. Now it is telling me original column names as prefix, remove this, and list may be incomplete, load more. So done. So all the column names are column 1, column 2, that is fine. Click on OK. So all the data is included. So you can see numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 11. Have you seen this? And April data here, May data. You can see the numbers. You can easily understand the numbering we had given, right? So this is sheet number 1, April data. Then we have a May data. Then we have June data. But the student column name is here. So this row, I would like to bring it here. I would like to bring it here. So to do that, where should I go? You have to go to home, use the first row as headers. You click on this. Clear? So when I say first row as headers, now you have proper naming convention. Student, and you don't need this as well. If you don't need, just remove this as well here. So student ID, student name, course, data of this one, and month name. All these are coming from your sheet itself. Month names and everything is available here. So you have a month name, right? So you have month name. So you have a month name. Everything is coming from here itself. Now I wanted to close and apply. Okay. I wanted to close and apply. So it is reading all the sheets. Tomorrow you may delete one sheet, you may include one more sheet there. So, but column number, number of columns should match. You cannot have 20, 30, 2, 3 columns, and you cannot combine other data, right? So it is telling me, say modification to server. Let me, I think I have opened this sheet. Let me close this sheet. I wanted to open this. So apply changes once again. It is now reading the data because the sheet got opened. I need to close the sheet. Now I got all the data here. Have you seen it? Now you should be able to create whatever you would like to create it. That's it. It's very, very simple. Now you go double click on this one, and I wanted to see the data. So what is the data? I wanted to see month wise. I wanted to see free. Okay, fee paid. Now you go and click on this style. I would like to go in for sparse, or you can any style, whatever the style that you wanted to have it. Go to grid and increase the font. Increase the font to some 20, 30, whatever you would like to have it. Okay, so this is the data that have it. So April, June, May. Now I wanted to create one beautiful, this one as well. I want to have this, and I would like to go and student wise, what is the fee that they paid, right? And I click on this, always what we do, we include the borders, right? So always include the border and select this format painter. You will also get the border, and I go to format and wanted to have, x-axis or y-axis data. The font I would like to increase, right? And go up, close, collapse it. And I would like to have the data labels. Data labels means what is the sales, and include. I want to include and remove this and increase the font for the data labels. So what is the sales? right? So 77, this is the amount that paid, that we can have it. That's it. So, and I wanted to know what is the sales. To get this, and double click on card visualization, and what is the total fee. I got it, right? So you go there and you should be able to get the format painter. The total amount I have received 7876. Now I got April, May, June data. Now this time I go double click on this. I want to either delete one sheet or include some sheet. So I would like to take some rows and copy them and go and you paste them. And this sheet is called as, you can control C, control V, sheet name. Let me make July. That's it. And I would like to have numbers 31 and 33, and I would like to have some changes. So let me include your names, right? So let me have your names. I have Varma. So Varma we have, right? Then we have Uma. So joined for Power BI. So let us say you have joined for some other course, Azure, right? Some other course. And in the month of, let us say, 12th, so July, right? So this is July month data. So this is July. So you write July here, and they paid, let us understand 780 bucks, 780 bucks you paid, and 550 bucks you paid. So I have two sheets data, and you can have some more things if you wanted to have it. So 33. So let us take Supriya Patil as well. She has also joined. So right? So we have a new customer for this, and she has joined, let us say, in 20th of July, and she made $600 as a payment. Like that, you save the file. That's it. You close it. Now I go and refresh. That's it, nothing else. If you refresh it, everything will change now, right? It should change. So you should be able to get July month data here. It got updated. Now you will be able to see your new data is coming from here as well, right? So you should be able to go, and somewhere you should be able to get your names as well. Uma Sikkudu and Priya Patil. So Priya Patil got added there. Have you seen this? So like that, you should be able to get all this data. Now tomorrow I go and I wanted to remove one sheet. So for example, June sheet is missing. Let me delete it. Delete this sheet and save this file and close it. Okay, this sheet is missing. Now I go there and refresh. Okay, so this automatic refreshments can be scheduled in the Power BI service that we'll see later how to automatically refresh this. Clear? So one sheet is gone. April, May, June is gone, and July we have. Clear? So like that, you should be able to automate appending queries with the help of multiple sheets and multiple different CSV or different text files. So this is the easiest one that you should be able to include. Am I clear? Let me go back and work on some more things, guys. Okay, so this is the one you should be able to understand and work with case one and case two scenarios without fail, guys. And this is the formula that you have to use it. Add column. Clear? So custom column. So you can give any name here, and the formula is excel.workbook content and press enter. That's it. Step number one, step number two, step number three. It is going to be doing a lot of intermediate steps that you can simply ignore them. So no worries about it. So we also discussed about what is a union and what is a union all operator. Clear? So this is very, very important topic, guys.
This conference will now be recorded.
So I wanted to show you some more options now as part of Power Query. So what are the options that I'm going to be discussing today is, let me quickly go to Power BI Desktop. So this is the one we just now created. Let me go back to transform data once again, go back. Okay. So let us see some more options, right? We had seen a couple of options here and there. And I think we know how to close and apply. What is a new source? What is a recent source? What is enter data? And we need to discuss these two. Okay, so this will discuss today and tomorrow, and we'll see some more options. Refresh. Okay, and choose column. We done. I think we have done this sorting, splitting, grouping, a few more things that we'll discuss. This option we had used it, and the data types we discussed it. Merge queries, appending queries, combining queries, we discussed it. We spoken about this. We spoken about this, right? We spoken about columns, removing columns. Lot of things we discussed, right? So few more things need to be discussed. So that is what I'm going to be, working on today and tomorrow, so that this we're going to be seeing, this is the one is still not covered. We'll cover these two things. Clear? So this is what is covered. This is what is covered. And these are the simple things we have covered it. Right? So the remaining things are not very complex, very simple things that we cover so that we can complete Power Query in another one or two classes. Clear? So after that, we are going to be jumping into where? Power Pivot. In Power Pivot, you have two steps. Step number one and step number two. One is data modeling, the step number one. The second step is enhancing data modeling. There are two icons are there. So here we're going to be, learning another of 10 classes. At not 10 classes, at least 7 to 8 classes will be there. Clear? That is the Power Pivot. So then we are going to be jumping into Power View. Okay. So in Power View, we have either 10 classes are there. Okay. In this, we also include a Power View. Then we'll include on how to create a dashboards. Okay. How to create a dashboard and everything we'll discuss. And we also have one more module, Power BI service. Okay. How to create lot of, reports and how to schedule them. And using Power BI service, how do you create dashboards and everything? And how to give a row level security. Okay, how to provide row level security in Power BI, very very important question. Then we're going to be covering tabular model cube. Okay, SSAS. Then we're going to be covering a data warehousing concept as well. So these are the things that we'll be covering next 10 15 days. Okay, yeah. So this is where we're going to be having enhancing a DAX model, where this is where you're going to be having DAX queries. Completely DAX is going to come as part of enhancing data modeling. Clear? So the complete DAX is going to be covered in next 10 classes. Clear? So that is what is a DAX. Am I clear, guys? So this is what is the thing that we have completed DAX. Okay, Samuel. Complete DAX is going to come where? Enhancing data model itself is a DAX. Clear? Yeah. So these are the things still pending. So we'll slowly, steadily will complete one by one so that you don't worry about anything. But you have to practice what? SQL more. More SQL need to be practiced. Clear? So now I will go here. So I wanted to include some, sheets. Go to new source, and going every time is very, very bad. Let me go here, and I have a lot of sheets. I can get it, right? So I can go to employee, and I can get a lot of sheets. Let me include. So let me include these two sheets. Got it. Now let me connect either new source or existing source. I wanted to connect to SQL Server database, right? Amazon database. I would like to connect and get some data from SQL Server as well. Clear? So I'm connecting to database Amazon, or you can create school, iBank, or some database. You get some tables. Okay. So if this database is not available, create some employee table, this table, that table, get the data. I think I have given you this database. You can also restore. I'm getting a lot of data from here and there. So import query, yes. So the one more option, direct query. So that is very, very important option that I'm going to be discussing as part of your Power, pivot module. Clear? So I wanted to get a lot of, sales in this one. I will use this. Okay. Now the first question. Do you know from where you got this? Until and unless you click on this and you click on the source, you don't know from where you're getting it, right? So that is what is my point. Now, so from where you are going to be getting these sheets and data, if you wanted to find out, so what is that you do? You click on this, you go to the source, then only you will be able to know from where you're bringing this. And when you click on this, and you have to go here and click on the source, then only you will come to know where the file is coming from, right? Okay, so if you wanted to see from where these files are coming from, okay, so there is an option called view. Lot of options that we're going to be discussing today. Okay, the topic for today's class is query options. Okay, so what are the options that we have? And these are the things that I'm going to be discussing. Copy and paste, delete, rename, enable, load, duplicate, query dependency, and view, including report, refresh, duplicate, reference. Lot of options that you are going to be having. Okay, these are called query options or table options. So when you go here, this is your query, right? This is your query. So when you click here, you will be able to get lot of options. Now see, copy, paste, delete, rename, include, report and refresh, duplicate, reference, move to group, move up, move down, create a function, advanced editor, properties, lot of options are available. Clear? So we're going to discuss all these things. I wanted to know, so from where these, files are coming from. Okay, if you wanted to get it, so you have one more beautiful option that is available here in the view menu. So let me go to this menu. Okay, click on this. So you can see advanced editor. Okay, you can click on what? Advanced editor. Let me click on this. When I click on this, okay, it is able to show from where you're able to get this data, right? When you click on this, from where you're getting the data. But I wanted to get for all of them. I wanted to know from where this is coming from where this is coming from where this is coming from. I wanted to get a one option where I can get each and everything. That option is here. So where is that option? That option is here. Query dependencies. Okay. So this will give you independent one. This will give you all, tables, whatever you have uploaded now. So from where it is coming from. If you want to get it, you can use query dependencies. Let me go here first and click on query dependencies. Let me click on this. Now see, you increase this, it will tell you from all the files from where you are going to be bringing. Now you see, Excel sheet is coming from C drive. Clear all the files it will tell you. So these two sheets are coming from D drive. So the complete path it is highlighting it. You come down. Category master, customer master, everything is coming from a database. So you can easily understand from where you're bringing what. Clear? If you wanted to understand from where you're getting in single shot, you just go to this one, okay? From which place you're getting this file, from which place you're getting these two files. Clear? From which place you're getting this. If you wanted to change the layout, you can bottom to top. So like that you can change, you can increase like this, or you can change these layouts, okay? Right to left like this, or left to right. Lot of options are available. Then you can increase this. So whatever you would like to have it, you should be able to have it. So in single place where you should be able to know from where you're getting this sheet, from where you're getting this department and employee, from where you're able to get this, okay, from employee, and from where you're getting category master, customer master. It is from Amazon database. Server name is dot. So everything you should be able to understand and close in simple one. If you click on this and click on this, you will get for only one source, but I need for all the sources and all this, the locations and spots I wanted to see in a single shot or one time. So where we need to go to view menu, click on query dependencies. Please, so it is a increase this, and you can increase this. You click on, you can move this. There is no scroll bar. There is no scroll bar available. You click on this and move this window. It is easily movable. Clear? You can just bring this window like this. Clear? So there is no scroll bars here. You have to go inside and move this window. Clear? So beautifully, Microsoft has done it. So that is what you know. So from where you're able to get means this is the one. Clear? Now, so a lot of other options also we'll see apart from that. Lot of other options also we'll see. And we had seen a lot of other options. Formula bar, if you remove it, the formula bar is gone. So you can get the formula bar. And if you wanted to query settings, these windows are gone. Okay. So it is a view menu query settings window. You will be able to get it. Lot of options we had seen it, right? So now let me go back and I wanted to show you a couple of options here. These are called query options. Query means a table. These are called tables only, right? Data. The query options. So I wanted to go, the first option is a copy. Okay. Whatever be the reason, I wanted to copy this and paste it here. So if you wanted to take this data, and definitely I would like to copy and paste it. For example, let me copy this and go here. I wanted to paste it. Okay, so copying pasting means getting completed data. And remember, whatever the steps been applied already, and whatever be the data that is available, whatever be the steps that is being applied already on this table. So complete data is going to be covered, and all the ETL steps also covered, and this will get copied. So it is going to be copying. Okay, all the data here, and I wanted to use this later so you can create. So what is that I would like to do here? I wanted to create employee table, and I wanted to create some aggregations. What do you mean by aggregations? Normally I have this data, right? What I do, I close and apply. Now I wanted to create some aggregations. What do you mean by aggregations? It is loading everything getting loaded. What is the meaning of aggregations? Aggregations means doing some summing operation, finding average, finding minimum, maximum. These are called aggregations. Okay, totaling is aggregation. Finding maximum, minimum, average, count, how many people are available in the room. It is a counting. What is the total, salary? What is the maximum salary? What is the minimum salary? All these are called as aggregations. I wanted to aggregate the data. What I do? I go to visualization. I go to the page number 2, and I would like to create aggregations. What I do, I go to double click on this. Now I use which table? I use employee table. So I have a employee ID or department ID, something will be there. Drag and drop department. Now department is, got summarized. Don't sum it up. Don't summarize. So department number, and I wanted to get salary. What is the total salary by department? So whenever we create, what we do, we go here, we come to the format painter, border, we're going to be awning, and go here and default bold header or whatever you would like to have, or alternate row colors. I wanted to have it. Now you go back and grid. Now you come back, grid font size, I would like to increase. Okay. So this is the salary department wise. Clear? So I'm happy. You are happy. But the problem is, okay, what is that? He's asking. What will be the path of for the copied data? So will it be same as the source data? Source itself is path, right? What is the question you're asking? You don't do any, are you doing practice or not, hero? You go to the source, it is going to be showing the path, right? So this you would have checked it in your practice, right? Yashwant, Kushwant, right? So when you click on the source, what it is showing? When you go back and click on the source, what are you showing? Just check there, okay? Whatever you're asking, just check once, okay? And come back to me. You click on the source, whether you're getting a data or copied data or a path. Clear? Yeah. So all these are practical based questions. You need to practice them. Without practice, so if you ask me, then if I show it, will you remember this? You don't remember this, right? If I click on a source, will I get a path? Will I get what? So that is the question you're asking. That practically you should see it. Clear? Yeah. Yeah. Because practical based questions should not ask. You need to practice it. See, asking is good, but what is ask logical based questions you need to ask. So what are the practical oriented questions? If I click on it, will I get a red button or a black button? That you need to practice it and ask it. Clear? So those you please ask it. So we have some department IDs data, but what it is doing, it is when you go to this, what it is doing, it is summing. It is summing on the fly. So when you have a large amount of data, when you have millions of data, when you have millions of data, summing on the fly is difficult, right? Because getting the data, you're going to be grouping the data, and summing the data is very, very difficult. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to should not give pressure to the visualization and don't give all these things. Go back to the Power Query. You summarize the data and keep it ready, right? You summarize the data, keep it ready. For example, when the guest arrived, so what you do, what you're telling, you're asking a guest to wait and you preparing some food. So what is that? It will take a lot of time. So you know that guests are going to come. So you prepare the food and keep it ready on the dining table. So it will be faster, right? You knew that you're going to be asking a department-wise salary. That is the question. It is there in the report. So you don't give the report and you don't go there and summarize it because it has to read the data in Power View at the visualization time. It is going to be summarizing. When you have millions of data, it will take a lot of time. So what I do, I copied the same data. I copied the same data. I give, I'm going to be creating a lot of aggregations. Okay. So I rename these aggregations. I go, I click on a group by class. So group by what you wanted to do this. Okay. So we had learnt already. So what is that? I would like to group it by what? Department ID. Okay. So I would like to know number of rows, number of employees. So counting rows means number of employees. So this is the one I can have it. If you need more aggregations means go to advanced. Okay. So number of employees, department wise grouping is happening. Add aggregations. So the next salary is here. I'll say what is the sum of the salary? Sum of what? Salary. So I will say total salary. I'm creating some aggregations and click on OK. So the complete data got created like this. Now you load this data. Clear? So when you load the data is going to go there. Clear? So now click on this. If they don't need this, they need only aggregations. If that is the case, will you take this file also? Because already data is there. You also aggregated. They're saying they don't need this data. But if you click on close and apply, what will happen? The employee file also goes and aggregated data also goes, right? So it is again, you're wasting the space of the Power Pivot because we have 10 GB of space maximum. So if you don't need one employee file and don't load it, so only you aggregate the aggregated data, you load it, right? Now, this time what I do, I drag and drop a table. So I double click on the table, I will get one more table. I don't want to use, employee. I simply go and take department ID and the total salaries. I will be able to get it. So department ID, it should not sum it up. Okay. So don't summarize it. So you go and format painter and apply. Clear? Now you see 40. What is 40 salary? What is 60? What is 50 salary? What is null? Null means these people are on bench. They are not allocated to any department, right? So these employees are bench employees, no allocated to anything. Clear? So 60 salary for 1400. So you compare this. You compare these numbers. So whether you create this, whether you create this will be faster. This will be very, very slow. So when I am giving this, one thing is that number of rows are very, very less here. You see how many rows you got it. Only this much of data will get loaded to your RAM, right? Your Power Pivot model. So the second one is that if you are giving this data, not this, right? Not this. I'm talking about this one. So this is the data I got later. But if you supply a file, so file may have 10 million data. So If you wanted to use only this, then why are you giving this? The first question, right? So when you have given aggregations here, so you don't give this. If you wanted to delete this, what you can do, you can simply go back. What we need to do? We already discussed this point, right? You can go back and unload. Okay, clear? I don't want to have this employee file there. So what normally we do? You right click on this, you say uncheck enable load. So this file is not going to go there and will get loaded. Because anyhow, I'm not going to be using this file. I knew that I'm not going to be using. If you wanted to use, then you can take it. But I don't want to take it. I have created aggregations so that I can at least save my space in my Power Pivot model. Clear? So you can just copy anything and do some pasting option. When you're copying, include, remember, whatever be the applied steps and whatever be the data that is there, the same thing will get copy and pasted there. Clear? Copy and paste it is a two-step process. Instead of that, you can simply go in for duplicate. Clear? So duplicate is a single step process. So same thing. Instead of doing a copy and pasting two times, copying is one step. The second step is this one. The next one is called a duplicating. Clear? The next step is what is duplicating. So this is also, you should be able to see it. When you duplicate, you need to understand 2 points here. So all the data will get copied plus the what are the ETL steps been there. So these steps also will get copied here. Clear? So it will not copy not only the data but also applied steps. Whatever be the steps that you can see it here. So these steps also got copied. Clear? So on this file, you need to remember. So copy and paste is one option. Right click something and you should be able to, or duplicate this if you want to duplicate. Okay, so that is also one more option that you can have it. Somebody is talking. Any other question, guys? Okay, so that is a duplicating and copy and main. Okay, and I wanted to rename something. You should be able to go there and rename if you wanted to rename. Rename option is available here. You should be able to rename, and you have one more option that you can just go there and rename this. That is also available here. So you have rename here and you have rename there as well. Clear? So right click on this. You have one more option that you should can use it. That is the next option. And query dependencies in view menu that we had seen and include in a report refresh. So this is also one more option that I would like to understand. Okay, so what you're doing, you have a lot of tables here, getting some tables from this, getting some tables from this, and all the extraction is got loaded, and you applied some transformations here, and you're loading the data. So whenever you refresh, there's a button called refresh, right? Whenever you refresh, what happens? Every time it is going to go and extracting all the data, loading. You understand there are a lot of data. Table number 1 is there, table number 2 is there, table number 3 is there. This data is not going to change, which is a static data. That means what it is, data, the sales, say, since 2010 to 2015, 5 years of sales data is there. Do you include the sales there? No, you don't include. It is a static file. The file name is 2010 sales to 2015 sales. It is a static file. Nobody is going to be adding data there. Nobody is going to be deleting the data. But the static table, and it is having a 10 million data. Okay. Whenever you refresh, so what it is going to be happening? Again, go back to every table, load this data, load this data, load this data unnecessarily, which is time consuming process. And from here to here, again time consuming process, again deleting and getting all the fresh data from this. Here this table is called a static table. No new data is going to come. When the no new data is going to come, then why are we every time spending a lot of time? Because every time it is going to check for each and every row and get the new data. So when you have a static tables, don't refresh them. If even though you refresh, you don't get the data from these tables, because anyhow the data will not change in the tables. Clear? So you have one more beautiful option here. If this is a static table data, clear? For example, this is old data only. I'm not going to be getting any new data. So what you say? You say include in report refresh, you uncheck that. Okay, when you go back and see, that is unchecked. So what is the meaning? Even though we click on refresh here or refresh there, it is not going to go and look for the data. So that means Power BI knows that there is no changes going to be happening in this file. Why do I waste my time by simply going and you know uh, refreshing the same table once again? It is waste of time. So that is option that we will be able to have it. Clear? So enable data load is means if I have a copy here, so if I have a copy here, I don't need this file. So the data will not go to the Power Pivot. Now what is the next option I'm talking about? Next option is, so this data is not going to change. It is static table data. Then whenever you refresh, so whenever you refresh, it should not touch that file because it is static table. You need to just remove so that you can save some time. Clear? So that is the next option that you need to have it. Now, when you go to refresh, you have two options: refresh preview, refresh all. Refresh preview means what? So whatever you have selected, only that will get refreshed. Okay, whatever you have selected, and when you go and try to click on this, the selected one will get refreshed. Refreshed means it's going to be bringing fresh data from the source. So when you go in for refresh, when you go in for refresh all the data will get refreshed. That is the difference between refresh. If it is taking a lot of time, you can also cancel refresh. So this is the option. Clear? So that you have to know it. The next option that we have to understand is uh, include this one I had seen, and a duplicate we discussed, and reference. It's very, very important interview question. Let us understand what is this. So we understood, right? Static tables include in refresh. Static table means no data will change in the source level. So I don't want to waste my time by refreshing them. Clear? So I need to say include in report refresh, you remove that option for that file. The next point is that duplicate versus reference. Okay. What do you mean by duplicate and what do you mean by reference? So let me go. There are two options. So there is a duplicate and there is a reference. Let me tell you that. Let me go back to transform data. When I'm copying something, for example, I copy or I'm copying this. What is that I'm copying? I wanted to copy a product master table. I'll say simply duplicate. When I say duplicate, what is happening? I'm going to be getting all the steps and all the data. It is going to be taking and copying a file, and all the data is going to be coming. Then later it is going to be disconnecting the link. Clear? If I have 10 rows, 10 rows will come here. Okay. Tomorrow, if I update 10 rows to 11 rows, the data is not going to come here. Why? Because I'm duplicating at that point of time. So later I will not be able to get the updated data. But what I need, I don't want to duplicate. This is what is called duplicating. Duplicating means what? Copy the data. If you have 10 rows will come. The link is broken. Then you modify the data here, you modify the data there. That is independent table. This is independent table. Now I don't want to do that. So I would like to go right click on this and say reference. So if you observe carefully, it did not copied any ETL steps. But when you copied the data, it copied ETL steps and everything. Clear? So which is simply a pointing. It is not going to get the data here. Clear? So it is simply, it is going to be making a copy and it is going to be linking. Clear? If you have 10 rows, 10 rows, you can see it here. Okay. So tomorrow, if you wanted to, you update some data here. you add 2 more rows. That 2 more rows you can see it here. So whatever the data that you're changing here, so that will get reflected here. It will not have any extra steps. Whatever you're doing it here, the same steps are available here. So this is what is called, or it is referencing. Referencing means it is not going to be making any copy of the data. It is simply linking. It is simply linking, and if you update something, the same data is going to be seen. It clear? So tomorrow you wanted to know from where you got this file. Okay, tomorrow you wanted to know from where you got this file. Means what you do? You simply go to view menu, you go to query dependencies. It will tell you from where you got what. Clear? From where you got what? It can simply tell you. Let me go here. Okay, go up. So it can tell you very clearly from where you're able to get. So product master, from product master, you got a product master 3. It can tell you. So from customer master, you got this. So how the product master is created? It is created from this. So whatever you would like to have it. So product master 2 is copied from here. Clear? Because the same data got copied, it is linking, but it is linking to this. So linked things are shown like this. Okay, so this table got copied here. It is linking to this database. Like that, whatever you wanted to see, you should be able to see. This is a very, very important interview question. What is that? So what is a duplicate and what is a reference? When you go in for a duplicate, all the data gets copied, link is broken. If you have 10 rows in the source file and the same 10 rows you will get it, and tomorrow you update the source file, there is no effect to the duplicate file. Clear? So you have a reference, means it's going to be not copying anything. It is simply linking. It is not going to take extra space. Remember that point as well. So duplicate will take extra space, because if you have 1 million data, 1 million data will get copied again. You will have 2 million data. So it will take a lot of space as well. Reference means it is not going to copy any data. It is simply linking that. Clear? It is not going to, it is not going to do anything. Whenever we refresh, you're going to be seeing this reference table data. Clear? So that is what you got to understand. Clear? So this is aggregations. We have done it, right? So these are the points we discussed. And if you have anything, so that we'll discuss. So if possible, can you explain null value? Okay, what is that?